Merhaba, Le Cordon Bleu İstanbul Gastroshow'una hepiniz hoş geldiniz. Katılımcılarımızı bekliyoruz. 1-2 dakika içinde etkinliğimizi başlatacağız. Okulumuzla ilgili bir sunumumuz olacaktır. Sunumdan sonra Gastroshow'umuz başlayacak.
Welcome. We will have a presentation about our school. After the presentation, we will start the Gastro Show.
Technique, creativity, perfection, discipline, professionalism.
...1895 yılında Paris'te kurulan Le Cordon Bleu Mutfak Sanatları Okulu, günümüzde 20 ülkede 35'e aşkın uluslararası okulda yılda 20.000 öğrenciye eğitim vermektedir. 2012 senesinde Özyeğin Üniversitesi ve Le Cordon Bleu arasında imzalanan anlaşma çerçevesinde Özyeğin Üniversitesi Gastronomi ve Mutfak Sanatları lisans öğrencilerini dünyanın en usta şefleriyle yetiştirirken Le Cordon Bleu'de açtığı sertifika programları ile bu alanda kendini geliştirmek ve ilerlemek isteyen kişilere yeni bir geleceğin kapılarını açmaktadır.
Le Cordon Bleu, founded in 1895, currently is present in 20 countries with more than 35 international schools, attended by 20,000 students annually. Özyeğin University and Le Cordon Bleu signed a partnership agreement in July 2012. In the frame of this partnership, Özyeğin University Gastronomy and Culinary Arts degree program students, as well as Le Cordon Bleu certificate students, are receiving very strong culinary education from experienced international chefs. Le Cordon Bleu doors are open to anyone inside or outside of the industry who wants to improve themselves in the culinary arts world by the teaching of Le Cordon Bleu chefs using the Le Cordon Bleu training modules.
Le Cordon Bleu İstanbul, 220 bin metrekareyi aşan prestijli Özyeğin Üniversitesi kampüsünde yer alır. Kampüs Asya yakasındadır. Toplu taşıma araçlarıyla ve şehrin merkezi noktalarından günde birkaç kez üniversite servisiyle kolayca ulaşılabilir. Öğrenciler 2626 yatak kapasiteli yurtların yanı sıra kampüs içinde yer alan yarı olimpik kapalı havuz, kütüphane, yemek mekanları ve spor alanaklarından da faydalanabilirler.
Le Cordon Bleu Istanbul is located in the reputable Özyeğin University campus, which is over 220,000 square meters. The campus is located on the Asian side and easily reachable through public transportation. There is also a university shuttle between the city center and the campus several times a day, and students can benefit from 2,626 bed capacity dorms, along with sports facilities, including half Olympic indoor pool, library, food outlets within the campus.
İstanbul, geleneksel lokantalardan lüks fine dining restoranlarına, büyülü Mısır çarşısından zengin balık tezgahlarına veya renkli taze pazarlara kadar çeşitli deneyimler sunuyor. Çok yönlülük bu şehirde sınır tanımıyor.
Istanbul offers a variety of experiences from traditional diners to luxury fine dining restaurants, from magical spice bazaar to rich fish stands or to colorful fresh markets. Versatility has no borders in this city.
Le Cordon Bleu, öğrencilerine 3650 metrekarenin üzerinde son teknoloji testler sunmaktadır. Teori derslerinin yapıldığı mutfak altyapılı gastroditorium ve uygulamalı derslikler yer almaktadır.
Le Cordon Bleu offers state-of-the-art facilities over 3,650 square meters, consisting of an auditorium with culinary infrastructure for theory courses and practical culinary classes.
Le Cordon Bleu çeşitli eğitim imkanları sunar. Uzun dönem profesyonel sertifika programlarımız olan mutfak ve pastacılık programlarımız, temel, orta ve üstün seviye olmak üzere 3 seviyeden oluşmaktadır. Her biri 11 hafta sürmektedir. 3 seviye mutfak eğitimini başarıyla tamamlayan öğrenci, diplom de cuisine, 3 seviye pastacılık eğitimini başarıyla tamamlayan öğrenci, diplom de patisserie, sertifikalarını almaya hak kazanır. 3 seviye mutfak ve pastacılık eğitimlerini başarıyla bitiren öğrencilerimiz ise uluslararası prestije sahip Grand Diplom sertifikasını alarak okulumuzdan mezun olurlar.
Le Cordon Bleu offers a variety of programs. Both patisserie and cuisine programs consist of 3 stages: basic, intermediate, superior certificate programs, each lasting 11 weeks. Students can either attend 3 stages independently or complete the entire program. Those who complete all 3 stages will be granted by Diplôme de Patisserie or Diplôme de Cuisine. In case of completing both programs in all 3 stages, one would graduate with a Grand Diplôme.
Grand Diplom sertifikasını görebilirsiniz. Kış dönemi 13 Şubat'ta başlıyor.
Here is a picture of a Grand Diplôme. Winter term will begin on 13th of February.
Le Cordon Bleu'de uzun dönem profesyonel sertifika programları haricinde yoğunlaştırılmış ekmekçilik, çikolata ve şekerleme, hafta sonu mutfak programı, kurum ve kişilere özel hazırlanan tailor-made kurslar ve workshoplar da mevcuttur.
Le Cordon Bleu also offers courses like intensive bakery, chocolate and confectionery, weekend cuisine program, and tailor-made courses both at personal and corporate levels.
Le Cordon Bleu'nun uzman şefleri önderliğinde size çikolatanın sırlarını, tariflerini ve tekniklerini öğretmek için tasarlanmış çikolata ve şekerleme programı 19 Ocak'ta başlayacaktır. Bu programa katılarak temperleme sanatını keşfedin ve sektörde önemli bir yeri olan geleneksel ve modern teknikleri öğrenin. Ekmekçiliğin tüm inceliklerini, reçete ve tekniklerini Le Cordon Bleu Master Şeflerinden öğreneceğiniz 10 günlük 60 saatten oluşan yoğunlaştırılmış ekmekçilik programı ise 19 Ocak'ta başlayacaktır.
Chocolate and confectionery program designed to teach you the secrets, recipes, and techniques of chocolate under the guidance of Le Cordon Bleu Master Chefs will begin on 19th of January. By participating in this program, discover the art of tempering and learn both traditional and modern techniques that are essential in the industry. 10 days, 60 hours long intensive bakery program designed to teach you the secrets, recipes, and techniques of boulangerie under the guidance of Le Cordon Bleu Master Chefs will also begin on 19th of January.
Okulumuzda eğitim alan öğrenciler, ikisi İsviçre'den, biri İtalya'dan, biri Fransa'dan, biri Türk ve biri Belçikalı olmak üzere uluslararası Le Cordon Bleu Master Şeflerinden eğitim alma fırsatına sahip olurlar. Kurslar İngilizce olup Türkçe'ye çevrilir.
Students have the opportunity to learn from a diverse group of international Le Cordon Bleu Master Chefs, being two Swiss, one Italian, one Turkish, one French, and one Belgian. The courses are held in English and translated into Turkish.
Bizi dinlediğiniz için teşekkür ederiz. Etkinliğimizde eğitmen şefimiz Paul Metay, krokambuş reçetesinin yapımını ve sunumunu sizlerle paylaşacaktır. İyi seyirler dileriz.
Thank you for listening to us. Now, our instructor chef Paul Metay will be sharing the demonstration of croquembouche recipe in details. We wish you a pleasant event, and we would like to give the word to chef.
Okay. Good afternoon. So today with Etienne Selbest, we are going to make the croquembouche, which is a very emblematic French pastry. So we will start with the pâte à choux. Actually, this recipe, the whole recipe takes 2.5 hours normally to do. But we are going to offer you a shorter version due to the fact that we have prepared already certain items. So we put first the water, the salt, sugar, and the butter. We cut it, the butter, we cut it in small pieces in order to melt it a bit quicker. We avoid to boil too much the water for no reason. Otherwise, the water will evaporate too much. We have prepared an oven at 240 degrees. This oven is a fan oven, which actually is not always ideal for the choux dough. The best would be to have a deck oven, and the temperature would be 175 degrees. cooking. So once my water with butter, salt, and sugar is boiling, we are putting the flour inside this boiling liquid. This in order to activate the gluten of our flour. This dough we prepare is called a panade. We dry it up until it gets off the pan. And then we display the panade into a bowl to cool it down, to avoid to actually when we add the eggs, to coagulate the eggs in contact of the hot panade. So we will add the eggs one by one. And at each step, we make sure that the dough is properly mixed and homogeneous. So for this operation, we use a spatula, never a whisk, because otherwise the structure of your pâte à choux would be different. It is essential to do it step by step for the good incorporation of the eggs. So approximately 270 grams of eggs is 5 eggs. Pay attention also not to put too much eggs. We shouldn't have a choux dough that is too liquid. A small difference of 10 or 20 grams will make actually a very big difference at the end. The more you put eggs, the more the choux dough explodes. And we are not looking to have a choux that are cracked. So you see the texture fall one time. Now I'm going to push it on the tray. For this, I take a nozzle number 10, so which is 1 centimeter. I put the piping bag inside the nozzle, and then I fold my piping bag over my hand, half of it. We usually don't garnish the piping bag more than half of it. When we pipe on tray, to secure the tray, we usually put a mat on the bottom. We use a non-sticky tray, and we are putting dots of 2.5, 3 centimeters of choux dough. The best way to pipe actually regularly is to have a kind of rhythm and to pipe always at the same speed, because it's difficult with the eyes to control the size of your product. So when we bake in a fan oven, we set the oven at 240 degrees, then stop it, and then after we will check the temperature is going to fall, and we won't put it on before it falls down to 160 degrees. So we have the heat that is just enough to raise the choux dough. So second step, I'm going to make the crème pâtissière. For this, on one side, I put the milk, the vanilla, so we take vanilla pods, we put a little bit sugar, this in order to avoid the burning of the crème. Then we separate egg whites and egg yolks. We are going to use the egg yolks. Pay attention. We separate the eggs. We avoid to manipulate them with hands to avoid to contaminate them. Then we put the rest of the sugar over the egg yolks. We are going to blanch the egg yolk and sugar. This in order to melt the sugar on one side and also to enrobe the egg yolks and avoid the coagulation when we pour hot milk over it. So it's changing color, getting more white. And then we add the flour and the cornstarch. Slow down. We usually take our bowl next to the pan with a scraper. This in order to make this operation as smooth and quick as possible. Où est-ce que j'ai mon... Do you have a ready tray? Ah, okay. So we prepare also before a tray that we clean, make sure that there is no contamination. So once the milk is boiling, we will pour half of it over the egg batter. This operation is called tempering. Up. And we scrape immediately the bowl to bring it to the boil. Pay attention, the scraper that is already. So we boil it approximately 1 minute to guarantee the killing of the germs. Pay attention, usually crème pâtissière has a 48 hours shelf life, which is short. So it is essential to pay attention to the good coagulation and cooking of your crème pâtissière. Then we cover the cream with stretch film directly in contact with the product. This in order to avoid that there is water and development of bacteria. We put it on the bottom of the fridge. We pay attention at the cleanliness of our environment at all steps. So I'm going now to start dipping the choux. So normally we stop the caramel when it starts to get a little bit hazelnut color. And we usually stop it into an ice bath. So as soon as it has a blonde color for the beginning, because the caramel has its own heating, and it continues to cook even though you stop it in the process. So AJM will continue doing the dipping. Pay attention to the pilot. And I will start to make the nougatine. So for this, I need water, sugar, and glucose. The glucose is there to avoid crystallization of the sugar. So once the pâte choux has started, it's 160 degrees. Then we are going to start half-fan ventilation. This in order not to overexpose the choux to the air. So usually when we have a syrup of sugar, we avoid to stir the syrup in order not to crystallize the caramel. So we will bring it to the boil. And then once it's going to be cooked, we will pour it over the silicone mat. So I will give a hand to where did you put the nougatine? Not the nougatine, the finished. So I will stick some elements of nougatine which I already prepared. So here I have some half moon elements. And we use the caramel in order to glue and hold each of the parts together. So the construction of a croquembouche takes quite a lot of time, and you need to be careful at each step of the construction. So I've made some triangle. Which I'm sticking to the side of the platform on which I will build the last cone. Proceeding this way gives you the guarantee that your triangles will all have the same angle. So my caramel for the nougatine gets a little bit color. As soon as it gets hazelnut color, we stop it. Actually, it's a bit light, so I will continue the cooking. You see, I don't stir. I try to just move the sugar in order to make it uniform in terms of color. No, it's okay. Then I put my almond flakes. To mix with the caramel. You could as well put hazelnut flakes or nips, or even pistachio. And then after we pour it over silicone mat, we put a little bit fat on the baking paper. This in order to spread our nougatine. Pay attention not to roll into the caramel, because otherwise you may burn yourself. And at this stage, you take a ring, and you may as well cut. I'm going to show you how to make the triangle. Up. So one usually does this operation on the cutting board, and we never cut on the silicone mat. Otherwise, they do not survive. If your nougatine has been well done, you can as well put it back. If you couldn't manage to shape it on time, you could as well put it back into the oven . You see, for example, I give a shape. Or I can cut some small triangle, which I did previously. So I'll put this aside. After, if you want to taste it separately, so could I use this? I will start. Okay. So I will show you first the piping of the shoe. We take another number 6. We knock down the crème pâtissière. At this stage, you can give also other flavors. So the crème pâtissière needs to have a certain elasticity. Huh? If not, that means it has not been well cooked. So again, we fold the piping bag on half of our hand. So those will be with vanilla crème pâtissière. The other one we prepared previously, they are made with Cointreau and orange zest. And actually, it's a mousseline cream, which is a crème pâtissière with butter. So this we keep aside. I will need one small pan. This to the pot wash. Up. So now I will make the last caramel. To finish and to build up my croquembouche. Actually, I would have full speed. Put it there. So one usually works on the baking sheets. So I'm starting to build up my croquembouche. Usually, one always turn the croquembouche at each step of the building. As we do always the same movement, this in order to have a regular shape. Maybe we stop this one. Yes. Can I have the others? And now I'm going again to build up a cone. This we need to have an ice. So I'm going to take out my shoe. I will do differently. So usually, one take one shoelace at each level, at each layer of the construction. So if we start with 12, then the second layer we put 11, then 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, and we usually finish with 4 or 3. Huh? Yes, yes. Can you mix the... Where I think? So we are going to make the decoration with roses and royal icing. So royal icing is egg white plus icing sugar. So I hope my construction is not too much going. in diagonal. And on the top, I'm going to glue the roses. So if I have a bit of time, I will show you how to make roses. bit more liquid. So I'm going to show you how to make a rose. So here we have the croque-en-bouche. To make a rose, we need some leaves and some petals. Usually, we make 3 leaves. So for this, we make first bowl, then we make teardrops, and then we fold the plastic, and then we mark the leaves sunstraw. For the petal, again, we work a little bit our marzipan. We make 7 pieces, one of which is a teardrop, which is going to be holding our petals. Then the 6 pieces we press down. We slightly make the top side thinner. And then we have the body of the rose. We fold the first petal over it, like this. Then second and third, we bind the bottom to curve it. Third petal, the same. Each of them, they embrace each other opposite, and we open a little bit the side. And the 3 last petals, we make them standing. And after, we pinch the side to make the rose. Up. We have the rose with the 3 petals. Did you keep the vanilla? The vanilla that was there? Okay. And now I'm just finishing the presentation with the wirelessing. So you see the consistency of the wirelessing. It should be holding. I take a small star nozzle. And I'm going to underline the extremity of the triangles. And also, I will try to correct the small parts that are not exactly stable. So I'm hiding with this small piping, the small default of my croquembouche. Do you have any questions? Do not hesitate. Huh? I mean, it's full of imperfection, but I mean, for this speed, huh? Huh? So if you want now to enjoy some of the shoe, so here we have the shoe without cream. Here we have nougatine.